Noah Drake in Soapy General Hospital.
Yeah, the multi-talented singer, actor and performer will be back on our shores later this year with an intimate solo show. In a moment, we'll speak with the Aussie native. But first, let's look back at his incredible career spanning 30 years.
25 million records sold and 17 chart-topping hits.
You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's.
Little did Rick Springfield know his punt to make it big in Hollywood would pay off so handsomely. In the 70s, the Aussie packed his bag to chase the American dream.
There was a lot of tough times, actually, when I finally moved to America. And a lot of the times I really felt like giving up.
Luckily, he didn't. Springfield became a household name with the 1981 hit Jesse's Girl, which earned him a Grammy. He went on to release a string of hits while cementing his heartthrob status with a role on General Hospital.
Yeah, General Hospital, I didn't really want to do the show. I didn't think it would be have anything to do with having a successful music career. That year that I joined, it became, you know, one of the most talked about shows on TV, and suddenly soap operas were hip, and it was just serendipitous that I kind of walked into it at that time.
But fame came at a cost. In 2010, he released his New York Times best-selling autobiography, Late, Late at Night, detailing his struggles with depression and sex addiction. His demons are well and truly in the past. Last year, he featured on Dave Grohl's critically acclaimed documentary and record, Sound City. Now, Springfield is charting again in Australia, thanks to his guitar skills on Russell Morris's album, Van Diemen's Land.
And the multi-talented performer Rick Springfield joins us live from LA. Good morning, Rick. Are you still surprised by the connection people have with that song, Jesse's Girl?
Yeah, it's kind of taken a life of its own. I wrote it and put it out there, and it's really, you know, just gone on to do stuff I never thought it would do. I didn't even think it was a hit.
Oh, more than it. It was a super hit. Whatever happened to the girl and the friend who inspired the song?
Oh, I lost touch with them before the song came out, actually. So Oprah actually tried to find her about a couple of years. She did this series called The Women in Rock Songs, and they located the stained glass place where I'd met her, but the guy had died 2 years before, and they'd thrown his paperwork out a year after that. So they her by a year.
And if Oprah can't find her, no one would be able to. Rick, tell us about your early years growing up in Australia. What is it that you miss about this country?
I miss, you know, the camaraderie and the friendships that I had there. I mean, I'm still friends with Russell, like playing on his new record, and I was great friends with Daryl before he sadly passed. And I still see Beeb over here. But I love the land. I miss the land more than anything, because there's nothing like the land in Australia. The scenery. I really, as I get older, I find I'm drawn. I was just looking at a book in here of great photos of the Australian bush, and I miss that very much.
Well, there's still plenty of room for you out here. How does
there
it
is?
Yeah, a little bit of room left. How does it feel to be?
This is fake back here.
Yeah, right. What? Something fake in Hollywood? I don't believe that.
Go figure.
It must feel kind of cool charting in Australia again with Russell and the new album.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think Russell having a hit at the age he's at is just really inspiring to all of us. And I played slide guitar on it, and him last Christmas when I was out there to see my mom. So he said he's got this record coming out and would I play on it. So I'm really happy to.
Yeah, OK, so in October, so a little bit later this year, you'll be touring Down Under. This is a solo show. It's called Stripped Down. No,
it's not, actually. It's the big rock show, the big band. We're bringing everybody.
Oh, fantastic.
Excellent.
OK, so what can audiences expect?
What's that? What
can audiences expect, do you reckon?
Oh, well, you know, it's a very loud, raucous show. I have a great band, very powerful band. We do all, you know, I do all the hits. We do some surprises, and I'll probably throw in a few Aussie things like Zeus, Eleanor Rigby, maybe a bit of Speak to the Sky.
Oh, all the good stuff. Hey, Rick, let's talk about your book for a sec. It was a bestseller, 2010, Late, Late at Night. How did people respond to your public journey, you spoke openly about depression and sex addiction. What sort of response did that get from your fans, and were you expecting that?
I got the reaction to the whole depression thing. You know, the sex thing is kind of everybody. It's like, well, everyone's done that in their autobiography. But the depression thing was a surprise to everybody, and 'cause I think they saw me as a happy, shiny guy. And it was. I've had a lot of people come up since the book came out saying thanks for being open about your depression because it gave us hope. Or some of them bought the book for their siblings or their kids. Or so it's been a very positive response.
You're quite the prolific writer too. A novel, Magnificent Vibration. Is there anything you can't do?
It's my first novel, and I'm very excited about it because we've already got it comes out on May 6th, and we've already got great publishing press from all the literary magazines who usually like to slag guys like me, you know, who are musicians and say, you know, hey, I think I'll write a novel now. So, but they gave it a great. A lot of them gave it a great review, and even Mitch Albom, who wrote Tuesdays with Morrie, read it and gave it a great review too. So we're very encouraged by the early press.
Hey, you know, you're famous in countries we can't even pronounce as Dr. Noah Drake in General Hospital. Now, in the last few years, you've made a few guest appearances. So if you had the choice, if the writers said to you, how do you want to write yourself into this story?
Because now that you're this novel writer,
you're right.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do with your character in there?
In any show?
Yeah, no. Sure, in General Hospital.
Oh, General Hospital. I probably want to go back as a transvestite hooker or something like that.
See, there are not. I was looking at that the other day, thinking there are not enough transvestite hookers on General Hospital.
There are not.
That's right.
And I'd make a really good one.
Yeah, you would. And that would appeal to a whole new demographic that's currently not tuning into that program. Good thinking.
Transvestite hooker, who is a nurse by day, transvestite hooker by night.
See?
So then that's
See?
how you could weave it in, see?
Kylie actually knows a few people like that. Hey, Rick, great to catch up.
What's that?
Yeah, carry on. Go on.
I said I actually played an Aussie on General Hospital for about 3 months. An Australian singer that apparently looked exactly like Noah Drake. Go figure. So.
And how was the accent? Did you have to drag the accent back out?
No, mate, it's right there. I just have to think about it, you know.
Never too far away. Hey, great to catch up with you. Thanks for taking the time.